The world of The Witcher would be nothing without the witches, right? But what does it actually mean to be a witcher, and who they really are? Let me explain. Long ago, when humans first settled in the northern regions of the continent, they had to face countless monsters that had lived there long before them. At first, humans didn't fare well. They lacked the knowledge, skill, and equipment to defend themselves. Their leaders eventually turned to powerful mages and tasked them with creating warriors capable of solving the monster threat once and for all. The first experiments on living subjects were carried out in the Rysburg Castle, and it was there that the first Witcher came into existence. The recruits were mostly young boys, many of them orphans. The rule was simple: boys only. Female genetics were deemed unsuitable for the experiments. Unfortunately, the early Witchers, although deadly, possessed only limited magical abilities. A result many considered a failure. However, not all mages shared that opinion. Some believed in the project and chose to continue the test, despite the disapproval and eventually exile imposed by kings. These renegade mages relocated to Morgrave Castle, where the Order of Witchers was formed. More mutants were created, and in time, the first hunters set out into the world. So, how were witches trained? The first stage of training concentrated on the physique. It was also combined with consuming various mushrooms, grasses, and herbs. These substances enhanced the body's efficiency, strength, and endurance, but often triggered uncontrollable aggression or severe depression. Many children did not survive. Their hearts or livers simply failed. The next stage was the infamous Trail of the Grasses, a controversial transformation process involving alchemical mutagens designed to alter the nervous system. Each trial required a mage's supervision, though most participated reluctantly. Only 3 out of 10 children survived. Some effects appeared immediately: rapid reflexes, heightened senses, and inhuman reaction speed. Long-term changes included slow aging, distinctive cat-like eyes that allowed witches to see in darkness, and immunity to most toxins. But the power came at a cost. The witches could not have any children. Of course, physical mutation was only part of the process. Witches trained in swordsmanship, monster anatomy, alchemy, tracking, and tactics. Their studies included enormous bestiaries and alchemical tomes. Their combat training alone would kill anyone who hadn't undergone mutation. Over time, even the rebelled mages abandoned the project, leaving witches to survive on their own. Eventually, a fierce conflict broke out among the remaining mage creators. And soon, a battle broke out. Many were killed. And as a result, witches separated, following 6 different leaders who later founded what we now know as the Witcher schools. Each school trained its apprentices differently, developing unique doctrines and fighting styles. Yet witchers, regardless of school, treated one another as brothers when they crossed paths. Witches proved highly effective. In fact, they were too effective. By 1160, monsters had become rare. Combined with growing religious propaganda, fear, and distrust from monarchs, the witchers themselves began to be viewed as monsters in the eyes of the common folk. 5 of the schools were eventually destroyed in attacks. Only one remained, the School of the Wolf, hidden deep in Kedwen's Blue Mountains at Kaer Morhen. The School of the Wold stayed true to its founding principles and guarded its stronghold from outsiders. And it was there that Geralt of Rivia was created.